I'm Gary Laskin, Senior Product Manager for Polaris ATVs, and this is the model year 2009 Sportsman XP. It's 99% new, it's got more power, a better ride, and available electronic power steering. When I say it's 99% new, we've got two all-new engines, an 850cc fuel-injected twin and a 550cc fuel-injected single. It's got an all-new chassis, all-new suspension with the highest ground clearance and the most travel of any ATV. It has new lighting, new controls, new instrumentation. You can see the new styling. This vehicle really is 99% new. Just about the only part on the machine that you can see that isn't new is this shift knob. So I mentioned we've got two all-new engines with the new Sportsman XP. This is the 850 EFI. It's a twin-cylinder engine with a 270-degree crankshaft, dual balance shafts, and rubber mounted. So not only does it have great power, 70 horsepower, but it's very smooth and very controllable. The other thing we've done with our engines from the Sportsman XP is we've turned them north-south. We've turned them in line with the vehicle. What that does is it makes the vehicle between your legs very narrow. It's like a sport bike. It's up to 5 inches narrower between your legs. So you've got a lot of room to move around when you ride aggressively. In fact, the floorboards are 33% wider. So you've got all kinds of options for putting your feet in different places when you're riding in technical terrain. On the front of the Polaris Sportsman XP, there's a lot of changes, starting with an all-new dual A-arm front suspension and anti-kickback steering. What we've done is we've moved the steering axis as far out to the center of the tire as possible. That minimizes the amount of kickback you feel in rough terrain. With 9 inches of front suspension travel and 10.25 inches of travel in the rear, you've got the most travel of any ATV. You've also got the highest ground clearance with 12 inches. Also on the front of the vehicle, we've taken the radiator, we've made it 20% bigger, and we've moved it up 4.75 inches. So it's up and out of the mud. You get the best cooling of any ATV with this new radiator setup. Moving the radiator up also allowed us to mount the winch low. That works better when you're trying to get out of a stuck situation. It also allowed us to increase the approach angle by 5 degrees, which improves trailability. When you sit on the new Polaris Sportsman XP, the first thing you're going to notice is how narrow and smooth the vehicle is. That makes it more comfortable to ride. The seat is still wide in back for comfort, but you've got a lot more room to move around on the front of the vehicle. Also, you'll see an all-new digital instrumentation system. Very easy to read. It's got all the functionality you need. Speedometer, tachometer, very easy to read, fuel gauge, a built-in clock, service indicators, gear indicators, four-wheel drive indicators. All very easy to read and easy to use. The 2009 Polaris Sportsman XP takes Polaris's lock and ride accessory system to the next level. Not only do we have lock and ride on the rear rack, but the new front rack is lock and ride. We've developed 65 new custom-built accessories just for the Sportsman XP. Not only can you put lock and ride accessories on the front, but the rack itself is lock and ride and removes in just mere moments. That gives you great access to all the service points on the front of the machine. The radiator, the voltage regulator, your fuse box, ADC fluid, brake fluid, digital wrench, and coolant access as well. Optionally, you can put a lock and ride front storage box on the front of this vehicle that installs in seconds, has 10% more storage capacity than our previous storage box. On the rear of the 2009 Sportsman XP starts with the all-new independent rear suspension. Polaris was the first to put an independent rear suspension on an ATV, and now we've brought it to the next level. We call our suspension design rolled IRS. That means the suspension is tipped back 4 degrees. So when the wheel moves up, it also moves back. That gives you better bump absorption and a smoother ride. A couple other features on the back of this machine. We've got an integrated sealed storage box, as well as an all-new grab bar. Made out of steel, it's tough. It's rated to 1.5 times vehicle weight, so you can use this to pull other ATVs out of the ditch. The lock and ride rack on the rear has the patented Polaris lock and ride technology, as well as over 100 built-in tie-down points on the racks between the front and the rear of the machine. This year we will build our 1 millionth Polaris Sportsman. For most of the past 15 years, the Polaris Sportsman has been the best-selling product from Polaris. And we listened to those million customers. One of the things they told us is they wanted better headlights. Now with the Polaris Sportsman XP, you can turn all 3 headlights on at the same time for a total of 150 watts of lighting power. That's more than any other ATV.